Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel EduVibe. In today's lesson, we are doing the radicals, another topic which is the solving radical equation, and we have a extraneous roots. What are that? So we have a roots in the quadratic equations when we're doing the in this unit in this grade 11 math. We have a roots. When we have a quadratic thing, we're not consider the zeros, we consider the roots. So the roots in the radical we take as extraneous roots. And we have solving radical equations where you have to consider the restrictions now. You have to make sure you have a restriction in your question. Your restriction can follow your values. Whatever your two values get, that restriction can be satisfied with that. So let's do this with solving the radical equations questions directly towards the equations, and we have to state the restrictions on x if the radical is a real and solve and check the algebraically. So first we start with a simple one, which is the root of 3s is equal to 9. There's nothing to do with this. But in the radicals, we have start with scaling. If you have like this type of thing and we don't have any way to move on to this question, so we start doing the scaling on both sides. In this, we have to come to know this how the scaling on both sides can be very helpful to solve these questions. So, scaling on both sides. For scaling on both sides, that root 3s multiplied by root 3s, you will get actually a 3s now, which is very easy to solve again. So 3s is equal to 9 times 9 is 81. So 81 upon 3, you will get x is equal to 27. And we have a restriction over there, which is very simple as restriction. We have a 3s, we have x in the root, so x is greater than or equal to 0. And our x is 27, which is greater than or equal to 0. So that means this x is equal to 27 is your answer for this question. Next one, we have a root 2s plus 1 plus 5 is equal to 8. Plus 5 goes over there with minus. You will get a 3. So string on both sides. This will get our 3. So square on both sides. You will get 2x plus 1 is equal to 3 times 3 is 9. So 2x is equal to 9 minus 1. X you get is 8 by 2, which is 4. So you get this. Now restriction remains the changing. So you have 2x plus 1 greater than or equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 1 by 2, which is greater than or equal to 0. And minus 1 by 2 means 0.5. And this is like x is satisfied with that equation. So x is equal to 4 is your answer for that. Next one. Root x plus 1 plus 3 is equal to 5. So minus with that, you get 2. So square of 2, square of this goes out. So you will get x plus 1 is equal to 4. You will get a 4 minus 1 is 3 in that case. It is 3. So in that case, your x is greater than or equal to minus 1, which is satisfies with that. So how can you check this? They mentioned that you have to check this thing. So I will do with that example that how can we check this. So you get the x is equal to 3. So put in the first equation, put x is equal to 3. You will get 3 plus 1 plus 3 is equal to 5. So 3 plus 1 is 4. And 4, root of 4 is 2. So 2 plus 3 is 5. And you will get 5 is equal to 5. Which is hence verified. That's how you can check this word called this thing. You have to do for every question. I do with that question only. You have to do for every question. Because this is for marks. Okay, next question. This one. So how can you solve this? So firstly, that plus 5 goes over there. That plus 5 goes over there. Here we have a minus 4. So minus 4 minus 5 now. You will get a minus. You will have a minus 9. So minus 9 by minus 3. Because this minus 3 has to go over there. We have to left with only the 2s minus 1 over there to solve the answer. So when you solve this, you get about 3. Put the square of this. Put the square of this. 2s minus 1 is equal to 9. So 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So x you get is a 5. Again, your restriction now is greater than or equal to positive half, which is 0.5. And this is your answer for that. So that's how the restriction can be do. Sometimes restriction can be satisfied with that question. Like in that you have x is greater than or equal to half, which is satisfied with that restriction and that value. Sometimes when do the instantaneous roots, which is that topic we do in this slide, in that case, sometimes you get the 2x values because we do the roots, we have a 2x values. Sometimes one x value can be satisfied, another x value can't be satisfied. So that's the thing you have to say in that type of questions. So let's do that questions. For first question, you have to do the same thing. So this is root x plus 5, 7 minus 10, you will get minus 3. And now in that questions, when your radical is equal to any negative value, negative 3, negative 10, negative 14, any negative value, so that means you don't get any real roots in that. No real solutions. You get no real solutions if your radical is equal to any negative number. So there is nothing you have to do in this. So not possible thing in that. So not possible in the real number system. So no real roots. That's the answer. You left this question over there. But if you have a proper question in that like this. So in this, you have n minus root 5 minus n is equal to minus 7. You have to be in very simplest form. The root can be root. Root can be in the one side. Other things can be on the other side. This root is doing a minus in this. So it goes over there. The root goes over there. If this over here, it become positive. And the 7 goes over there. So this n plus 7. Or no. Yeah, n plus 7 or you do the 7 plus n. Stays the same. So you have to do a scaling for on both sides. When you do scaling, you get 5 minus n is equal to n square. This is the, this is the a plus b whole square. So solve like this. Now, like terms. Minus plus 49 plus n plus 49 minus 5 is equal to 0. N square plus 15n plus 44 is equal to 0. Now you have to do the some factoring. You know the factorization. So do some factoring. You get n plus 11 plus 4, n plus 11 is equal to 0. So n plus 11, n plus 4 is equal to 0. You will get the two values minus 11 and minus 4. And what's the restrictions in that? You have 5 minus n. So 5 minus n is greater than or equal to 0. So 5 is greater than or equal to n. Like this. But you do like this goes over there. You do multiplying. So n is less than 5. You let this. And when you put this thing, when you that x is less than equal to 5, we satisfy only minus 4, not the minus 1. But minus 1 can be checked. That minus 5 is in this thing. So minus 11 is also in that. But you have to check that thing. That minus 4 you have to put in the main equation. So like this. And minus 4 can be satisfied with this, which give you the equal to answers. But when you put minus 11 in this, when you put minus 11 in this, like minus 11 squared minus 5 minus 11 is equal to minus 7 is equal to negative in this. So when you solve this, you get something in negative. No. You will get something 125, which is not equal to minus 7. So minus 11 is not satisfying that. You have to check both the things if there is a equal to minus 7 or not. If there is not equal to minus 7, which means that minus 11 is not satisfies the answer. You have only that minus 4 as your answer. So which means n is equal to only minus 4. So that's the main thing I have to consider in that questions, that you have to check the answers both. You have to check on both n. You not rely on only this restriction anymore. The restriction can satisfy some in the some things, but not in every question. You have to do something extra to solve this. You have to check the things like this. So that's the all thing you have to do. And this C part, this is for homework. You have to solve it by yourself, and when you solve this, you put your answer in the comment box and I will give you the right answer for this. So this is for your homework and this is like root 2m. So you have to solve this answer by your own. This is your homework. Done. Let's do D part now. I will move to D. I have over there, I have a root on both sides. So root 5s minus 3 is equal to root 7s minus 12. So this is only sorted. So scaling on both sides. When you scaling on both sides, we have 5s minus 3 is equal to 7s minus 12. Can add the like terms. So minus 12 plus 3, you will get minus 2s is equal to minus 9. You will get, this goes out. You will get 9 by 2. What's the restrictions in that? First restriction is that x is greater than or equal to 3 upon 5. S is greater than or equal to 12 upon 7. So you have to check this both restrictions. You have to put that 9 by 2 in that thing. When you put this, you will get the same answer, which is equal to both things. So this means that this is your answer for now. Or you also check these things too. This is something points, and this also satisfies that expression that s is equal to this. So that's the answer for that. For next one, you have a 7 plus root 3s, root 5s plus 4 plus 5. Both the things are like in the same thing. But if you connect the into this, so 5, if 5 goes over there, which minus this, so 7 minus 5 is 2. So you get 2 plus root 3s. You put the scaling on both sides now. Scaling on both sides, you will get 4 plus 4 root 3s plus 3s. This is like you have to know that this is your a plus b whole square. So 4 root 3s is equal to 5s minus 3s plus 4 minus 4, which goes out. So now you'll have to only 4 root 3s is equal to the 2s. Now this is equal to the this upon this. This cuts out and you're left with only the x upon 2. X upon 2. Now scaling on both sides, you will get about 3x is equal to 1 by 4x squared. Stays the same. If it's x squared upon 4 and 1 upon 4x squared, it stays the same. So 4 goes over there, which is 3x into 4, which is 12x, is equal to x squared. You will cut the x. Or x, if you can take 12 over there, you will get like x squared minus 12x squared is equal to 0. You get x as common, you get x minus 12 is equal to 0. You get x is equal to 0 and the 12. And your restrictions are that x is greater than or equal to 0 and x is greater than or equal to minus 4.5. You have to check the both things, 0 and 12 in that equation, all the equations. When you check this, you will see that both equations are satisfied with that. So this means that x equals 0 and 12. You can check by your own. This is the easy thing. You have to just put the things and be equal to each other. Left hand side equal to the right hand side. In the both cases you will get. So x equals 0 and 12 in that case. So that's how you can do that with the equations. For equations, sometimes it will be the long answers you get. But you have to solve this. Be mindful for things that you have to do the right thing, that the restrictions can be alright. You have to check the things after restrictions too. So that's all for this lesson. In the next lesson, we start with the absolute values, because radical things can be like done in that case, and we start with the absolute values in the next lesson. So let me say EduVibe, learn smarter not harder. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, let me in the comment section. So in the next lesson, let's get it with EduVibe.